Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to talk about a very basic probability question, but this is interesting and such questions are also asked in competitive exams and interviews and so on. And this problem is also from a competitive exam. Okay, so the list is given, a list of 2024 numbers, so 1, 2, 3 till 2024, and you have to draw a number from this list at random. Okay, and the question is, what is the probability that the number which you picked randomly is divisible by 9 and 15 both? Okay, so this is the question. Okay, so before we go into solving this problem, let us elaborate how this counting principle works in probability. Okay, let us start with a very simple probability question. Suppose S is the sample space which has 10 numbers. 10 means 1 2 3 4 up till 10, right? Fine. So then you pick a number at random from this list of first 10 natural numbers. Okay, if I ask what is the probability that your number is divisible by 2, which means what is the probability that the number which you picked is an even number, right? They are equivalent, divisible by 2 and even numbers. Okay, so that will be an event, right? What is the event here? Is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So these are the only numbers which are divisible by 2 from the list S, right? So then, as our intention says, what is the probability of this E? Okay, so probability of E, the event E happening, is equivalent to the number which you picked is divisible by 2. Fine. So what is the probability of E? This simple formula is that this is the cardinality of E over cardinality of S. What is the cardinality of E? Cardinality of E means how many numbers are there in E. Okay, so how many points are there in E? So E has 5 numbers only, and the full collection, which is the sample space, S has 10 elements, right? So 5 by 10, which is half. So this is the probability of picking a number randomly so that it is divisible by 2. Okay, this is fine, and this also matches our intuition. Like, since in this list there are half of the numbers even and half odd, so therefore the probability that you pick an even number or a number which is divisible by 2 is exactly half, right? And this matches our intuition very clear. It is no problem in that. Fine. So now coming back to our original problem, so the list is now big. There are 2024 numbers, okay, 1 2 3 and so on, and our event is what? Event in this case is that, so we will collect one number n inside E, of course from this list. N is from this list, right? Such that n is divisible by 9 and 15. Okay, and so basically if you want to check all the numbers manually, which numbers are divisible by both 9 and 15, that will be a really time taking task. One can do that, but this will take time, right? But we will not do that, and there is a very easy way, or the easier way of doing it. Well, so can we give a precise description of this E, or can we precisely say which numbers are divisible by both 9 and 5? Okay, well, so if the number is divisible by 9, 9 divides the number n, fine, and 15 also divides n, but this implies that LCM of the numbers 9 and 15 should also divide n, fine. But what is LCM of 9 and 15? One can check very easily that LCM of 9 and 15 is just 45. So therefore 45 divides n. What we have proved here is that if any number n is divisible by 9 and 15 both, then the number must also be divisible by 45. That's all. Now conversely, if we ask, if 45 divides n, does 9 and 15 divide the number n? Yes, that is obvious, because 9 is a factor of 45 and 45 is dividing n, therefore 9 also divides n, and 15 is also a factor of 45, therefore 15 also divides n. So what we have proved so far, that 9 divides n and 15 divides n if and only if, or implied by 45 divides n. Okay, that is what we proved. So then you can see that this is a more precise condition, right? 9 divides n, 15 divides n, it is slightly complicated, but 45 divides n, this is super easy, right? And we have seen that these are if and only if conditions. Fine. So then what was E? E was like this: collection of all the natural numbers from S, of course, which are divisible by both 9 and 15. But we know that 9 divides n, 15 divides n is equivalent to saying 45 divides n. Okay, so then we can give this equivalent description that n divides s if and only. So basically such that n is divisible by 45. Okay, this is a more, this gives a more clear vision, right? Fine. And then what it says that n belongs to S, n is divisible by 45, which means only the multiples of 45 will be there in E. So 45, 90, 135 and so on. But the numbers themselves, they are not important, right? We want to know the cardinality of E, which means how many such numbers are there which are below 20, 24, right? Okay, so how many are there in E? How many such numbers, right? So how many multiples are there? It can very easily be checked. So S is this list, right? So if we just divide 2024 by 45, what we get is this 45.977, right? So in this case, clearly, if we multiply 45 by 45, that will be a number which is bigger than 2024, right? And therefore, inside E, all these multiples till 44 will be there, right? Because this quotient is 45 point something. So 45 into 1, of course, there 45 into 2, and up till 45 times 44 will be there, because that number 45 times 44 will be less than 2024, right? But if we do, can we conclude here 45 times 44 whether it is there? No, because that will be bigger than 2024. This is very simple observation. So therefore it says the cardinality of E, basically the number of elements inside E, is just 44. Fine. Yeah. So then probability formula, we know probability of E is actually number, so basically number of elements in E, which is cardinality of E over cardinality of S, right? And cardinality of E is 44. Okay. And cardinality of 20, so there are 44 numbers obviously, and then cardinality of S is 2024. Fine. And this gives you just 1 by 46. So probability of hitting E is 1 by 46, and hitting E means what? So you are picking a number which is a multiple of 45, okay? And multiple of 45 is same as the number is divisible by 9 and 15 both, okay? So that is what we have done here, and this is the final answer, that probability of picking a number which is divisible by both 5 and 9 and 15 is actually 1 over 46. Okay, yeah, so that's all in this video. If you found this content interesting, do press the like button and subscribe our channel to motivate us. I sincerely thank you for watching this video.